Hello everyone. Right, I don't think, unfortunately, the audio worked. So I don't know if you've heard it. Welcome, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for the chat. Jack, welcome. Charlie, welcome. Cody, welcome. Liquan, welcome as well. No primo today. I'm still recovering from the, I wouldn't say disaster, but the eye-opening experience. That's all I'll say about it. Honeygun, welcome too. It's good to see some people here. Harry, welcome to the stream as well. We've got a couple of people. Thank you guys for turning up. I wanted the audio to work, but it went wrong. I can't even explain why. Oh, was it fine? I'm talking about the introductory audio, the one that plays the music. That's what I meant. For me, it didn't. No sound came through in my OBS, so I assumed it just wasn't. I assumed it just didn't work. So I don't know if it worked, but yeah, we'll see. Right, enough of that. We actually need to get into this. So let's move the chat here. That's where we always have the chat. We have lost a subscriber recently, so we're 788, sadly. So we're now, the gap's a bit bigger now for 800, but still got that really. Oh, that I beg to differ. Someone's just subscribed just now. Thank you so much. Right, I've got to actually have to change the goal now. Very, very quickly. Let me do that now. It should normally take about 30 seconds to do so. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed. I do appreciate that. 7, 8, 9. Da-di-da-di-da. I'll answer questions in a minute. I don't know, I'm in a state. Right, 789, I think that's working. Oh, intro sounded fine. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so this stream today is FIFA 22 Predicts, the first one of FIFA 22 Predicts. In fact, I'm going to turn the speakers off. It shouldn't be echoing like this. Okay. No, it's not clickbait at all. I mean, I would like to show you on 791 yesterday what happened. Just people just didn't want to see content, that's all. Right, we've got to do West Brom and Birmingham. Now we've got the updated kit and the updated squads, which is fantastic. They've gone up to 5 minutes and semi-pro, like it was from yesterday. We're going to do legendary 4 minutes for time restraints. And just like that, we're going to see our first prediction from FIFA 22. So glad you're streaming. I want to take my mind off Thursday. What's going on Thursday? We better beat Hull on Saturday, otherwise we will riot after the game. As apart from the Blackburn game, we've been poor lately. Yeah, I mean, it was a good win against Blackburn. I'll give you that. But if you saw my updated predictions today, I do speak for some Huddersfield fans actually, that whilst they have been good, there has been elements of poor, performances too. So it's not quite as fluid as it is, but it'll be a better, improved season from previous seasons. Does in alphabetical order, yeah. So when does Forest play? I'm thinking of when Forest play. Forest play. I mean, I could look at the thumbnail. In fact, I'm going to do that. That's probably going to be quickest. God, I mean, one thing I'll say about FIFA 22, it does look nicer. It really does look nicer. Right, Nottingham Forest play Blackpool. So they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games down. So it's 2/3 of the way through. Okay. I've just been reminded saying FIFA camp. Okay, oh, what's going on here? Okay, so I've got replay, rewind. Settings, so it's going to be there. Game settings. Yeah, let's do a telebroadcast. That's what we'll do. It seems quicker as well. Let's see how that looks. Bed's going to put your dot down. Oh, that's a real shame. Oh, no. I'm really sorry to hear that, Charlie. Oh, and what a goal. That's for your dog. Wow, what a strike that is. Is that Callum Robinson? It is. Oh, of course it had to be. Callum Robinson with a thunderous strike in memory of your dog. Right. Let's see this goal again. Good bit of play. Moat played him through. What a strike. Boss, a smacking team now, says Lequan. We'll see, but I do have a lot more confidence in Steve Cooper. So I definitely would support that a lot more. How's career mode? It was tough for the first couple of games. We just basically figured out what difficulty I could do. I tried Legendary and lost to COLLAB, which wasn't the most ideal of starts. Then played Northampton in World Class, got beat there too. Then we went down to semi-pro, and then it was over by the first half. I sinned to result and I won. So this result of this game was basically, well, this episode specifically was me trying to figure out the difficulty pretty much. And I'm going to move up from semi-pro, definitely. Probably professional is probably going to difficulty I'm going to stick to. And hopefully from there, I might just move up to world class, and then hopefully we'll get to like where most of the top tier FIFA creators play, which is Legendary / Ultimate. Feel you, Charlie, is always holdable to lose a pair family member. Yeah, agreed. Been there myself. Bet you anything when 1-1, as for the last 5 years, our ground is always ending when we play you at home. Future, for future, I call it Lexus. Oh, that'll be sweet, actually. That will be sweet. Speaking of Robinson, I hope he doesn't score against us like he always does when I go West Brom away on the 23rd. Robinson just likes scoring against certain teams, you know, Chelsea being one. So, yeah, you know, Robinson actually has been a bit of a disappointment in the last couple of games. I know he's not played too much, and he has been ill. I think when he contracted COVID, he did contract COVID quite recently. But even with that, not anywhere near the form he showed near the start of the season. So, he's one that, for me, does need to improve. Right, I'm just going to try something. I'm just going to make the chat a bit bigger. How does that look? That looks a bit better, doesn't it? It'll also invite people to see these streams as well. Okay. If I need to update you how I'm doing, well, I had a small bit of time to do that yesterday. Colchester doing well. They're 18th place in League 2 at the moment in my career mode, which is actually higher than their real life position right now. They're 20th in real life, I believe. They lost to Tranmere last Friday pretty comprehensively, and we definitely need to think of a response, really. I want to try and put Colchester to the promised land. Also, my brother has played Colchester in a Football Manager very recently, and he's been able to take Colchester to the Premier League. So I've got a bit of pressure since my family have already, you know, attempted to take Colchester to the top. So I've now got to have a responsibility. Right, I believe that's a corner. Mr. Football, welcome to the stream. I appreciate everyone turning up for this stream today. I really do appreciate the support you give. 14 likes as well, blimey. Thank you, guys. I truly appreciate your support. We've got our first stream of FIFA 22, which is exciting me. I'm loving these graphics at the moment. I really do. Not necessarily liking the gameplay all that much, but I'm liking the visual side of it. That's all I'm going to say. So, Ruby returns this week. What else can we ask for? Yeah, a lot of people returning for the championship back. I think, I can't remember who asked me. I think there was someone who asked me a question. I think it may have been a direct message on Twitter. But they're asking me if I was going to be on Benjamin Bloom's series, season so far thing. And the reason why I pretty much dismissed that is that I don't support a championship team. So there's nothing that he can really do with me, don't take that the wrong way, that I can provide with him, you know, for that series. Unless he's doing an overall thing where he's looking at every team in the season, that's really going to be my area. I don't really specifically look in the ins and outs, the, you know, the tensions, the insides of the club, you know, of any specific championship club. I have a general broad, you know, up-to-date knowledge when it comes to all 24 championship teams. But what I will say, it will be a privilege if I were to be invited on. You know, they pretty much have had pretty much every famous YouTuber they or football YouTuber or championship content creator they could have in that series. Oh, there's something you can do with you. Oh, Charlie, I said don't have any ideas. Can you make the chat smaller? Says Charlie. Right, he wants the chat smaller. Okay, fair enough. We'll do it around... Because I was thinking just for presentation, I'll put it just above here. I think that's good. I'll make a Colchester career and get you promoted if you want. I mean, that'd be fantastic, Lequan. I would really, really appreciate that. I think the comedy side of it is to see my efforts do it. I mean, what I will say, and one thing I'm a bit upset with myself at the moment, is that I wanted to use this break to try and get on with my uni work, and unfortunately, it's not really gone that way. It really hasn't. Robertson Dean have been shocking fast to James Bella is in the left wing back. We keep hoofing it. Well, if you saw my video today on my updated predictions, I don't have a lot of hope for Birmingham, honestly. Nearly a goal! Oh, that would have been an outrageous strike. Yeah, if you saw my video today, you'd have seen Birmingham, I'd placed them quite far down. Basically because right now, they're persevering with a system which I don't think is working for them at the moment. And right now, I'm remembering Lee Bowyer in this situation last time in the Championship where he had a fantastic start with Charlton. And then he took Charlton, unfortunately, relegated in 22nd. I mean, albeit unlucky to be relegated, but I'm not saying Birmingham will get relegated. That's not me suggesting that, but I do think they'll be there or thereabouts if they do not improve. University been okay, says Charlie. Well, the work-wise has been fine, but with the people in there, says it's a difficult answer, to be honest. Well, pretty much really. It's gone to the stage where I've had so many things being asked, you know, not only from people there, because I kind of work within the uni as well, along with my job as well. There's been a lot of people asking and demanding me for a lot of things. But then even with the social interactions with the uni as well, it has been very, very strained very recently. So naturally, unfortunately, I wanted to use, you know, this break really to really stay within the uni and really knuckle down. But following the strained relationship in the moment, naturally, it's just locked me at home really and just kind of stayed at home. The only time I've left the house this week is to go to work. Yeah, so unfortunately I've not been able to catch up. Will you sim the season, tell us when we finish? Yeah, definitely. I think I've done a video like this already, simming the season and seeing where we finish. I don't know if I've done it with FIFA 22 though. I need to double check that. Like I said last stream, I want to... Oh! Ooh, that was a bit close. Like I said last stream, I want to see Aneke Starfield change and Garner's back. Yeah, it's good that Garner's back. And then Aneke I think will be interesting. I hope I never seen Harley Dean on the pitch ever again, says Ollie. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you're another Birmingham fan, we've got a couple of Birmingham fans in the chat so far. So it'll be interesting to hear an insight of what's going on at the moment. Right, it's just gone 4:45 and Ben's not uploaded, which is a bit bizarre. So maybe he's uploading a little bit later. I do know a video he's doing this week because he's exclusively revealed to the patrons, but I won't say. Is Jack and Carl and all of those people making fun... Oh my god! I'll respond to that in a minute. What a strike by Troy Deeney! Who knew that had it left in him? Wow. Wow. Okay. So they won the ball back here. Oof. What a touch and what a strike. I tell you what, Birmingham are better than Andorra. You're better than a country. Sam Johnston gets beaten here. Wow. We're still going to win the league, if not playoffs. Well, you always got to have faith, don't you? You know, you always have to set your standards and have faith. You know, I'd always do the same as well. Right, let's just turn my audio off here. Peterborough got a big game this week. I completely agree with you. I did note down who Peterborough were playing, but I completely have forgotten who they're playing. They are playing Middlesbrough away. Yeah, big game. Middlesbrough not doing well with form at the moment. The only thing I am a bit worried about Peterborough, they've not picked up a single away point so far, so I'm not really backing them. Nice one, Charlie Brown. I get the joke there. Back to Honeygun's thing. Is Jack and Carl and all those people making fun of you in the uni? They might have. Yeah, that might be involved. It's a bit strained at the moment, so naturally it's been quite difficult. Right. Oh, my cat's just gone in. Brilliant. That's fantastic. My cat's just popped in to say hello. Right. Just need to close the door, otherwise I'm going to cause a scene. You really have to make a scene sometimes, don't you? There he goes. He's just joined. He's actually made a cameo today. Look at him. Look at him. He's actually joined the stream for once. He's not shying away this time. Look at you. You've grown into confidence. Wow. Look at you being all brave now. Right. I've forgotten what we do here. We start with different teams. There we go. So now we have got the early Saturday game. We've got Fulham and we have got QPR. So no more jockeying between the leagues now. We should have everyone in the same league now. God, I didn't think QPR were that far down. Not North London, West London derby as well. Legendary 4 minutes. Nah, I've seen that one too many times before. You know, I'm not going to get caught by that. I don't know why. I had a feeling he was going to fall for it. Nah. I mean, naturally, my mouth is the reason why I get into this trouble. But for once, I've just kind of I broke it down before I even bothered to try and say it. So yeah, I saved myself a little bit here. But it's gone to a place now where I cannot speak. You know, I'm doing a Jose Mourinho in real life thing. I can't speak because if I speak, not only do I get in trouble, but it's just, that is when the fun stops for me. And I don't want to be subdued in the sake of trying to save myself. You know, you shouldn't be able to subdue yourself to prevent stuff happening. And on those 4 games, if we don't get 7 points, Corbrand has something to answer for. Yeah, agreed. Oh, well, we have Deeney, is Gatsby. Yeah, he'd be right place, right time for sure. Have you seen the size of him? God, Deeney scored a great goal, though, in FIFA, though, didn't he? Almost taking me back 10 years ago to when Deeney had that chance. That will be nearly 10 years ago as well. Dang, that'd be... Next year, that'd be 10 years old, that. Wow. Time really flies. I even remember it live as well. The commentary team went ballistic. And what's really strange this year is 11-12. So obviously, well, 21-22. 10 years ago this year will be Manchester City winning the league. And we have that Aguero. So that'll be 10 years old now. And that was mad. It's... I don't know who said described it this way, but it's one of those moments where you remember exactly where you were. And funny fact is, I do remember exactly where I was when they did that. I had a party. I believe, how old would my brother be? He would have been 9. I think, because I'm a Christian, I think it was a Holy Communion party from my brother. And then the day of the final day of the season was played on that day. We had a Man City fan and a Man United fan. And naturally, there was just a huge array of emotions. So it was a mad weekend. We had, both my uncles were sports fans, so they were invested too. So, yeah, it definitely it definitely confirmed my love for football. That's all I'm going to say. It definitely did that. Thank you to, what's his name? Thank you, DJ Goddard. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. We're 790 now. We're back into the 79% club. Great block. QPR looking dangerous, but it looks like they're not going to score. All right. Time to change the subscriber goal again. God, this is almost as tedious when you have to when I have to change the intro every time a manager gets sacked, but it's all worth it in the end of it. Don't know why I have to do the date for goal. There we go, 790. Might just move the goal a little bit down. There we go. I've just been very peculiar in my presentation. Why is the chat box just suddenly flashing out? I don't know how that happens. Yeah, it's good to see you guys actually talk about your club as well. I'm really invested to see if Huddersfield don't get 7 points against Hull, Birmingham, Millwall. I don't expect against Bournemouth, but yeah. I was in reception when that Aguero moment happened. That's crazy. Yeah, I was starting secondary school. Or was it a bit before? I started secondary school in September 2012. Dang, I wasn't in secondary school when that moment happened. So that would have been literally the end of primary when that goal came in. Wow. But that's even mad to think that 10 years... this year will be 10 years since secondary school for me. Oh my goodness me. How you make me feel like a pensioner. How do you think I feel, Charlie? 10 years. Ah, I'm probably the only one saving you from feeling like a complete pensioner right now. God, the fact that you've kept your ears in the stream is so cute. I thought he was going to fight the mic at the moment. He was 7 and 8 when Aguero scored that goal, yeah, and I would have been 11. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was 11 years old when Aguero scored that goal, and that, yeah, I think it was my brother's first Holy Communion party, because when you turn 8, that's when you do have that celebration. Yeah, it would have been that. I thought it would have been like someone else's birthday, but actually no, I think it was a Holy Communion celebration. I always feel like I'm getting old. Wait till you go to uni. You have a completely different perspective on what being old is when you go to university. Harry doesn't know Northern language. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to go too hard on him. You know, I've barely set foot in the North, really. He was 6 turning 7. Dang, really. It's just crazy that it's been that long. Yeah. You started the career mode, says Lequan. Yeah, update me how you get on, Lequan, by the way. And tell me what difficulty as well, if you can, as well. And I'll definitely be invested in finding out what happens. I mean, when I think you start a League 2 club, you you kind of get your hands tied a bit. So it's a bit tricky. Right. Why is that saying 791? I did not type 791, I typed 790. Why is that saying 791? Oh, the finger's come through an OBS, hasn't it? And it thinks it's a new sub. Oh. Yeah. May 2012, that moment. That's absolutely mad. No, I did say 790, but oh, I can't be bothered to change it now. Okay, so Fulham QPR. Are you going to sim the season? Ah, fair enough. Yeah, do tell me how it gets on. So, yeah, 0-0 at the moment. We've not had a single 0-0 so far. We've had a draw between West Brom and Birmingham. I'll be intrigued to see if we get our first 0-0 draw here. That's 4 years between Ants to me and Owen. Oof. Crazy. Really crazy. What I've gained in those 4 years... wasn't that really significant, really. Well, yeah, exactly. Educational stream, guys. Harry now knows a little bit of Northern language. We love it. Nicholas Bauer, welcome to the stream. Also, I'm liking the amount of stream people were saying at the moment. By the way, what do you make of the new thumbnail design I've made? It was something I just thought about very, very quickly. I wanted to have a 4K FIFA 22 background image and then just naturally put the rest of the graphics in, how does it look to you? I think, am I right in saying it looks better than what I did previously? I mean, it probably looks a little bit more work has gone into than what I've previously done as well. That's what I've hoped anyway. 2 years between you and China, yeah. I mean, I get emotional when, oh, it's a goal! Oh, it's the scrappiest goal you've ever seen by Alexander Mitrovic. But he just gets enough power to get the ball into the net. Oh, that is so fluky. But he would not care one jolt. Let's see this again. It's Harry Wilson there. Mitrovic gets through. We think it may have been defended, but the deflection from Dickey takes it across. That's very similar circumstances of one of the goals I conceded yesterday, where the opposing player, me for instance, assists a goal. And you've got to feel that Dickey assisted that goal there just by trying to tackle the ball. So, TF was that. Yeah, definitely. I was 1 week off being 4 when I was born. Yeah, crazy times. I can barely remember what's happened 10 years ago, really, to be honest. You know, that moment there was the Man City and pretty much Chelsea winning the double in the 09-10 season was pretty much the best memories I could remember and recall from when I was around 10 or under. Anything else, don't even bother. I'm not going to remember it whatsoever. The only recollection of memories would be TV shows and songs, to be honest, in that period. Any events, I was a completely different person. It's almost like they've given me like a brain transplant when I turned 10 years old, and I'm a completely different person, and I've been in a coma since then. Right, that's a bit weird. Let's move on to the 3 o'clocks now. So, next we've got Blackburn, and Blackburn play Coventry. That is a huge game. Huge game, because if Blackburn win this, they'll return to the top 6. Coventry look like that they would really like to still try and be up there in the top 6. But their away record is very atrocious. They are 20th place in the form table when it comes to their away form. Usain McGuinness and Ohio. So same players you suggested for me. Do you think England will lose to Albania? They are upsetting everybody. Albania have been a surprise package in the World Cup qualifiers. We beat them, I think, was it 2-0? I remembered I did a live stream on the last time we played Albania. It was 2-0, and Albania missed a 1-on-1, and we capitalised. Oh, I can't remember who scored. It may have been a penalty and a set piece. I can't remember the goal scorers, but I remember Albania should have scored at least 1 in that game. I think at Wembley will be okay. England at Wembley don't tend to, you know, let us down a little bit, actually. So I think we'll be all right, but I think it may be a closer game, people may think. North greater than the South? I can't agree. Thoughts on Fury versus Wilder? Well-deserved win by Fury, I think. An entertaining fight, and in the end of it, Fury was just that level above. Me and us on the South side. Yeah, of course we are. We'll be repping the South. Yeah. Well, we beat Andorra the Andorra the Explorer. I love that. I absolutely love that. That's actually really clever. We won 5-0. Honestly, actually could have been more too, to be honest. But in the end of it, you know, we won pretty comfortably, and Andorra didn't really challenge us at all, didn't they? They barely looked threatening. They had like they had like a good 5 minutes, and that was it, really. Albania will be tougher. They've got good players, international players that play for good teams, that play high-intensity football. But I still think at Wembley we'll be fine. I'd be a bit more nervous if we were away from home, to be honest. Wilder claims he lost because he broke his hand. Well, broke his hand by what? Punching Fury's face? Oh, we've got a goal! Blackburn have scored. I was so confused for a minute because I thought Coventry had the ball there, but clearly they didn't. And Blackburn, just with that extra bit of physicality, win the battle and they get their goal. What happens here? So Dabo doesn't play a fantastic back pass, I think, to McFadden. It's not a good decision at all. It's a very easy goal in the end. And it's Joe Rothwell with the goal. Technically I'm southwest, but still south. Yeah, we'll count it, I guess. But I'm repping the southeast. You know, Benjamin Bloom's area. You know, because actually Essex and Ipswich are not too far away, to be honest. I'll be in this corner if we're going to rep regions of the UK. Yeah, nothing has happened from Ben. Maybe he'll upload at 5:15. Or maybe he won't upload at all, who knows. There has been a time where he's not uploaded on a Monday before, but I know at least one video he's doing this week. If you want to find out, you can always join on his Patreon. Oh, I just kicked my water bottle over and I've made a mess. Fantastic. The guy that signed for Southampton has been great for Albania. I'm trying to think of who you may be referring to. There's a couple of good Albanian players. I honestly, if my mind wasn't so blank, I could name you a couple as well. I'm going to have to look at their squad and just remind myself on what quality they have. What squad do we see Albania have? Well, I'm going to look at the squad they had when we beat them last time, because I've got that. It was Unzi that had that one-on-one moment, I believe, and he missed it. Broja, yeah, Armando Broja. Yeah, that's the one you're on about. I completely forgot he was Albanian. I don't know why. I completely forgot he was Albanian. Yeah, Broja. Yeah. I saw it straight away when I saw him on the squad. I'm thinking, damn, that's Broja up there. You know, huge responsibility, but I wouldn't say goals has been, you know, his strength so far this season, but in terms of keeping the ball and creating his chances, he's been fantastic so far. And, you know, that's one of the things you would want. You know, the next thing he needs to do now is to get some goals. If he gets some goals, then I have no doubt in my mind Southampton can have a good season with him. Who hasn't been undervalued at Chelsea? You know, we're looking at Salah and De Bruyne levels here, and previously Lukaku as well. Unfortunately, it's a tough competition to get. Oh, what a save by Kaminsky. Header, and he's collected it. Coventry looking dangerous. It's just very, very difficult. And it's, you know, I find it really, it's a really tough competition. I just wish we could keep more in our squad. Oh, and we do have that equaliser that Coventry were pushing. Wow, it was Gustavo Hamer with the goal. Now a bit of realism. You know, we barely saw Hamer score in FIFA 21 for Coventry. Let's see this again. Go over us there. Wow, what a first time strike actually. Brilliant position. 1-1. Alex lives near East Anglia. He lives so far away from places. Yeah, I do. Ben Brereton scoreless last night. Was he? Who were Chile playing? I completely didn't know who Chile were playing, but I'll definitely look at it. Brereton Diaz is proving to be the prodigy, you know, this season. Who really has reinvented himself in the most positive way possible. I mean, you can't say you're living quite near Wales. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been told about that. Oh my gosh, well, this is why you don't look at chat, you miss goals. We're having a cracking game here. And there we go. I thought we were going to be on the goals scoring sheet soon. Ben Brereton Diaz scores for Blackburn. I think they've done better with his hair and his face this time as well. Looks a lot more like him. There was a couple of times where I confused him a couple of times with Bradley Dack. But brilliant timed through ball and a brilliant run by Brereton Diaz makes it 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers. Yeah. I mean, I'm a good 20-minute drive away from the M25. That's pretty much the closest thing I could go to for some places. You know, London's pretty much the closest one I can get to. Predicting Coventry's next 3 results: Blackburn draw, Preston win, and Derby win. I mean, if they're at home, you would almost guarantee a win because at home they look unstoppable. Their away form, though, you wouldn't really back it. They've got I think it's the 5th worst away form in the league. They're 20th place in the ranking of their away form. So they've got a long way to go their away form, but Coventry's home form looking pretty good. Rafinha got 2 assists in Brazil the other day. And yesterday he outplayed Jesus. Did he really? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, Rafinha. Yeah, another player that's excited me this season. What a Spanish name, yeah. I tell you what, I didn't even, I would not have even known about with someone who's born at Stoke that he would have this very small heritage of, Chilean in his family. And the fact of the matter is, Chile really value him. So now he's got a great identity. I think Preston will be... you know what? I think Blackburn may be trickier than Preston. I think Blackburn is going to be the trickier one out of those 3 games. Obviously, because Blackburn are up there in the table. Brereton Diaz very confident at the moment. Although Blackburn have lost 2 games in a row. So potentially they could be starting to fall to their form a bit. Preston will be tough as well because they've sustained an unbeaten run for quite some time now. But at the same time, they're not as impressive as they were a couple seasons ago. That's what I'd say. Rafinha greater than Brereton, says Charlie. Probably going to try and cause a riot. Derby easy win. I wouldn't say easy, but I'd say Coventry should see that as a winnable game. Because Derby, I think, away from home are not as good as home. They've actually not lost a single home game so far at home, Derby. So if it was at Pride Park, I'd be a bit worried for Coventry a bit. But I think away from home, I think they'd be okay. Thoughts on Cho for Ghana? Callum Hudson-Odoi for Ghana. I think right now, Callum Hudson-Odoi is proving to be like the modern day, I would say almost the modern day equivalent for what Salah got in terms of treatment with Chelsea. Promising, but then unfortunately, just too many in his position are getting ahead of him. If Ziyech's getting ahead of him, who barely plays, it's not a great sign. And honestly, with the England squad as well, it's the same scenario. And I'd encourage him to play as much European football as he can, especially if he aspires to play European football at the big stage. Then, if he can legally go to Ghana, go for it. He's played in the youth squad, but unfortunately, whilst you do see the youth promoted, unfortunately, you also see a lot of youth not being able to miss out, and they lose their time and place to be in the squad. So I'd encourage him to join, definitely. A lot of our squad deserves to really be an international player. It's a real shame when some cannot be. For the fact that Hudson-Odoi's been offered Ghana, it just goes to show the amount of quality and depth we have. And he's barely played this season, to be honest. God, I tell you what, I always get tired nowadays. Right, we've got our 4th game. I think this is our 4th game, actually. Bristol City and Bournemouth. So Chelsea get rid of Deadwood, e.g. Barkley and Cheek. Well, I would have probably said 2 weeks ago yes and try and replace, but they were quite important in our win over Southampton. I know Southampton went down to 10 men, but both were involved with our final 2 goals. So keep them there, especially if they do have a commitment to this club. It's only if some don't want a commitment, then I'd probably say just get rid of him. When McCarthy gets sacked if Cardiff lose. Well, it's a South Wales derby, isn't it? Very contrasting styles, but almost, the styles that both sides are used to. Cardiff not having a lot of the ball, and Swansea having most of the ball. I think this is going to be the decider. If Cardiff can win this, and I actually think it may suit Cardiff more. What a goal! What a thunderous strike by Chris Martin. He'll have the adventure of a lifetime after that goal. Blimey! You don't need to fix that shot. He has completely fixed Bristol City's home form there. Wow. It was definitely not a yellow traffic light. It was a green traffic light, in terms of the quality of goal. Blimey. Stop the clock. I want to see this again. Right, I'll stop with the Coldplay plans now. But what a strike by Chris Martin. Unbelievable. Forest have Blackpool, Bristol City and Fulham. Bit tough, but I think Blackpool can be a winnable game. Bristol City, if you're away to Bristol City, then I actually think that might be a good option. Fulham will be tricky, but once again, it's going to be really down to confidence and places in the table. Newcastle could do a front three of ASM's Zaha and Traore. That'd be a real deadly combination. So you got Saint-Maximin, Wilfried Zaha, and Traore. It'd be a physical, pacey front three, that's for sure. I wouldn't say Zaha would be a good long-term option, I won't lie. I definitely see Traore being one, and sticking with Alan Saint-Maximin will be a great option too. I don't know, I see... I would have suggested a Batshuayi, but I don't think any more now. Right, I think Wells is offside, yeah. I hope I've not made my chat disappear with the amount of Coldplay puns that I did with there. It was just a really good strike. I needed to make it memorable, in terms of my commentary at least. Yeah, it was that's a really good combination if I could get it. And Newcastle's going to be a very interesting club to see what happens in the future for them. They've got so much potential with the ownership that they've got. Yes, morally, it may not be, the right ownership, but at the same time, do they really deserve nothing less? They really need an injection of having a bit of history back from just walking the dog, came to Newcastle. I mean, it actually wouldn't be a crazy suggestion at this point. If they can afford it, and if they play a good style of football, then undoubtedly, yeah. Well, I will say, he won't want to play under Steve Bruce, that's for certain. If they've got a good manager in, then undoubtedly, then yeah. And he may want to stay in the Premier League to get the goal scoring record too. It's definitely going to take a couple of years for Newcastle to gel properly, though. You've got to remember Man City when they got Sheikh Mansour in. I believe it was 2009. The 8-9 season was like the first full Sheikh Mansour season. And they didn't even... I don't even think they finished top four. I genuinely don't think they finished top four in their first season. So, Newcastle going to be a bit patient. But they've got the money now and the potential. Midfield three of Ramsey, Shelvey and Swift. That wouldn't be a bad shout. But would it be a Premier League winning combination? I don't think so. That's what they got to think about. They want to win the Premier League. You can see good players, but you've got to think, can they thrive to win the Premier League? That's what we've got to think about. How did England play on Saturday? Couldn't watch it, I was at work. I watched the second half, and it was a pretty dominant display. Andorra didn't get their first corner until the 60th minute. We had 5 different goal scorers. Jack Grealish scoring his first goal. Sam Johnston even with an assist as well from his own goal. We played fantastic on the plastic. Thankfully, it still went ahead. Did you see the fire that broke out in the side of the pitch? So, right now, I was a bit surprised it went ahead, but I'm happy for the fact it did. First game versus Carlisle. Same one as me. If Hull have done their homework, they'll press high and stick 10 men behind the ball and will pass the ball sideways all game. I think that's a bit... Huddersfield like to try and attack a bit... Oof! What a save! Oof! My goodness. Trappers really kept them in it. Trappers, sorry, has kept them in it. Wow. What Hull... I mean, Hull do tend to try and stick a couple of men behind the ball. But defensively, I've been quite critical of them. But if Hull are at home, I think they may be okay with that. I think Hull have started to settle a bit now. SSJ came on at the age of 41. He wouldn't even wish, you know, even back at his competitive school days, there's no way he'd want to play on that plastic pitch ever. It would have been suitable if you said my great granddad for the fact he was a former Spurs player. World Cup coming home? Well, we'll find out next year. God, December next year is going to be crazy. When we're thinking about Christmas, we've got also a World Cup to watch. So that's going to be mad to watch. Yeah, Ben's not uploaded. I dare say I'm actually quite surprised he's not uploaded on the Monday. Okay, well, fair enough. I was expecting him to upload, I won't lie. But you know what? Oh, I tell you what, that was pretty close. Bournemouth are trying to get back into this. Might be signing a good player. Yeah, potentially. Right, here come Bristol City now, bombing forward. They've not won at home for over 15 matches. Is this going to be the moment? I feel bad for their fans, for the fact they've not won at home for so long now. It does do something to you when you don't win for that long. It really, really does. Thanks to everyone who's watched my video, by the way. I do appreciate that. I believe only Harrison Shaw has actually commented on it. We have the Super Cup in July, Italy and Argentina. Gosh, I mean, we've just got a lot going on, and I do think the schedule gets a bit intense. First game versus Carlisle, 2-1 win, Ohio and Clampin with the goal. The wide player with the goal. Was that simmed or was that an actual match? Yeah. I just think the schedule's just too intense. I know we had our brief moment of when no footballers can play at all, but I think the schedule's really ramped up. And people could ask you, it might be a money grab. You know, footballers are human beings too. They deserve a little bit of a break when they can. Right, how are we doing with games? I think we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've gone through 4, I think. Yeah, 4 games at the moment. I think Sanchez and Etheridge will be back soon. Not sure how long. I'm going to struggle to see Etheridge back in goal. Sarki's just done okay at the moment, so he's going to have to fight for his position again. Oh, you simmed it. Fair enough. I'll be interested to see Sanchez back, because Sanchez in periods did really, really well, and what a result that is. Bristol City won, Bournemouth 0. That's a really classy result. Okay. Next game we have is... I can't actually read it. I believe it's Huddersfield and Hull. We were just talking about Huddersfield and Hull. So, Huddersfield are home to Hull, and Hull have only had 1 away win so far this season. I think they've only picked up 3 away points as well. So, this is Huddersfield's one to win. In their last home game, they narrowly beat Blackburn by 3-2. What they need, Huddersfield need this confidence back. If they approach this game like they approached just after the season, then I think they'll do it. Play, bench, sell of De Bruyne, CR7 and Salah. Honestly, right now, I'd play Salah, bench Ronaldo and sell De Bruyne. That sounds crazy, but being as with Manchester City's squad in general, it's so difficult to predict what sort of squad they'll have. And that's reminding me I really need to change my fantasy team. I think I'm going to have to use unlimited transfers. I will keep Ronaldo, but any other players I've got now similarly expensive and need to go. Salah just needs to be in that squad every week, really. It doesn't even matter if he's having a good game or bad game. He just gets points. You got Bursic for a 4-year deal. That's a really good signing. I might try and do that on my next career mode stream. We have a lot of wingers, but don't play wide positions. Yeah. 67 rated goalkeeper. Yeah, Bursic is playing for Stoke at the moment, I believe. I think he's offside. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, I'm always tired. I really am. I'm always tired. Right, just a bit of news. So Kellier, the Liverpool goalkeeper, will make his first Republic of Ireland start against Qatar. Oof, close for Huddersfield. Good save. And hold, defend, and clear. Oof. I tell you what, all the tweets I'm getting so far from Newcastle it's literally all I get. It's the most popular Newcastle have been in terms of simulation. Just in the season, okay. I'll be interested to know what happens. Leeds are going to be in the Championship, says Blue Terrier. I think they'll be in the bottom 5. I don't know. Norwich would go down. I think... Oh, Burnley's a weird one for me. Burnley might go down. And then it's who else goes down with them. Would it be Watford with Ranieri? Would it be Leeds? I think Newcastle will recover based on the fact they'll now have a huge injection of money. You've still got Southampton, where I think Southampton will eventually start getting some wins. But if that doesn't happen for a while, they can be in danger too. It's a very interesting battle this year. I wouldn't even say Wolves are safe either. I think it's those 6 teams. I think, yeah, pretty much everyone from Palace above I think will be okay. Kind of ironic said by a Huddersfield fan. Well, the thing is, Leeds are not safe. You know, they picked up a crucial win against Watford, and they were a little bit fortunate with that win too. They should have really won by a lot, but not taking their chances, and that's going to really be a harm. That's really going to harm their season if they can't do that. But if Leeds pick up, let's say, 2 wins in their next 4, then they'll be doing well. How's the championship going? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Blue Terrier? Alright guys, calm down. Last thing I want is some bickering in this chat. Right. Sorry guys, sit down. Oh, come on Charlie. Don't retaliate here. Right, half got a throw in. Well, they're kind of not half... They're not down the table this season, though. I mean, they were in the past 2 seasons, I would admit. Oh, interesting. So Leeds will be about 15th in January. Bielsa will walk, and it will kill them. I'd agree if Bielsa walks, it'll kill them. It's interesting, because he's got a 1-year deal. And Leeds, if they were clever, they wouldn't sell him at this point of the season. You know, and Radrizzani won't sack him. There's no way they'll sack him because they know that they'll punch above their weight with him in that squad. It's whether down to mutual consent or, you know, agreements and stuff. Watford, Burnley, Norwich to go down, says Honeygun. That's very similar to what I think as well, Honeygun, I think. I know Watford have got 7 points, but now with Ranieri, I wouldn't necessarily say he's going to save him. You saw what he did when he joined Fulham. He couldn't really save them at all. You know, if anything, made them worse. Bielsa went walk in January, insists Charlie. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. God, it's so cold. I should have worn a jacket. I might actually wear a jacket if I can find one. It's so cold. I feel like the dead Cyberman in Age of Steel. Leeds clever. Well, Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're necessarily clever all the time. That's a corner, not a penalty, right? Yeah, corner. Oh yeah, Le Corner. How? Oh, have you seen just up to December? If you have done, tell me what's going on. I'll be really intrigued to know. Last 4 games, you scored 3. Are you talking about Forest or are you actually talking about Colchester? He loves Leeds. Oh dear. You're very witty with your puns, Charlie. I'll give you that. That's true. That is true. I would agree, Blue Terrier. No one thought Wilder would leave Sheffield United, but I think because Sheffield United had a shockingly bad season, it caused him to go eventually. I think what I've seen of Leeds, it's not quite going to be the same as Sheffield United last year, if I've got to be honest. But obviously things can go wrong. Which derby will be the most entertaining this week? I'm going to say the West London derby, Fulham QPR, will be the most entertaining. I think the Wales derby, I don't think will be as entertaining as that. I think because Cardiff will make it very pragmatic. But I think Fulham QPR, however, will go for it. Colchester, that's good to see. Hearing that Colchester never score in real life, it's good for me to hear that Colchester are scoring some goals now. Maybe they should employ you for your scouting business. You know, tell our board a thing or two, or tell Hayden Mullins how to manage and coach football. I hope the audio's fine. I've not really had a chance to check the audio, but I've been told it's been okay. I didn't even know we ain't even a bad side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, for the games I've seen you pick up points like Everton and of course Watford quite recently, I've seen in those performances that it's been more or less luck or just like having a lack of luck and why you're in this position. Defo get me in 50k a month. Well, if they can afford that, then maybe. Cheesy Waffle doesn't think so. And says Leeds are shocking. I mean, I'll be interested to see this debate. I feel bad for Charlie. He's kind of like backed out on his own here. It's just managers have now worked out the system unlike last year when it was all new then. Yeah, I'd agree. The thing is, I also lack to see the longevity of it. And what I mean by that is because of the work rate, the fact you have to do that week in, week out, meaning if the players are overscheduled, it's going to definitely have its flaws. Here comes Hull. Oh, brilliant defending. I thought for a brief moment Hull might have found a small opening. They've got a corner. Corner comes in. Not a bad one. Still in the ball in the box. Oh, dribbling the ball way too long. And Huddersfield clear. Does anyone want to manage a 50k a month? Got a team. Every time I managed up. I mean... Oh, not the burnout theory. But well, that is. It is the burnout theory. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, we saw it in glimpses, especially in his first season with Leeds in the Championship. Leeds already picked up enough points, you know, when they had their slight burnout in their promotion season that it didn't affect them. It does exist, Charlie. You know, unfortunately, and that's not even just with football, with any sorts of work, when you work at your highest, you're eventually going to get burnt out. I would even say my YouTube channel, for instance. When I've worked as hard as I could to try and get the quality out, when you do the same thing and the biggest of quality ever, you're not Karen Carney or Gary Bonglehall. What? No, I can't. Oh, what did they say? I remember when Karen Carney was trending. Oh, but I don't think I'm saying anything similar to what they are. But the thing is, I think they said they'd get relegated. I'm not saying Leeds are going to get relegated, but what I'm saying, it does exist. You got sacked? You got sacked for what? You got sacked for simulating a season. Whoa, I told you it's not easy. You know, part of it is work rate, but also a lot of it will be down to tactics and motivations too. I think the motivations will be high all the time for the manager, and I have no doubt in that mind. But they do need a good time, you know, just a good time to pace themselves. You know, and I think the difference is with Leeds, you know, what their positive was last year, you know, they didn't last very long in the Carabao Cup, they didn't last very long in the FA Cup. They had exactly like pretty much the same schedule every week in, week out. So the intensity was just at a cool level, you know, not as much midweek games as they would have in the Championship, not as many games to play. So overall, it just suited Leeds a lot more. If we burn out, how did we end the season? Oh my gosh, we got a goal from Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have just got a goal. Spora with a goal. If we burn out, how did we end this? End the season strong? That I think was down to the timing of. Well, part of it was down to the games, and actually, one thing I noticed with Leeds, they play much better against tougher teams too. I felt at that point of the season. I'm thinking of the March period where I felt they had a really tough period. I think we also had an international break in that time too, which gave them players a chance. We were 5th. You were 5th, and Colchester sacked you. That's crazy. Maybe because of the money you spent. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they expected more of a good finish based on the money you spent. Poor defending, says Jacob Craig. Yeah, it's same old Peterborough, isn't it? You know, I like Frankie Kent, but apart from him, I don't really back many of your other defenders, sadly. And that's, if you saw my updated predictions, you would have known I don't really back Colchester. Colchester. Well, I don't really, but I don't back Peterborough to do big things. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that before. Maybe unless you're like a Man United fan or whatever. Of getting sacked for finishing 5th place. That's crazy. That is crazy. I've never heard that in a career mode before. They must have really wanted promotion if you spent a lot of money on a hire and you know, Bursic and all of those players. Here's McNair, and it's Thompson has been the best defender and player all season. Is that Nathan Thompson? Because I was told... and it's another goal for Middlesbrough. It's 2-0 now to Middlesbrough. Spora again with the goal. Don't think that's going to be quite realistic. Spora has not been too prolific so far. He has scored a couple of good goals. Think the international came in the right time for us because of our last few games in the performance. Yeah, I agree. We'll beat you lot in December, Alex. Mark my words. Oh, you probably will. We struggle against you. They're dropping like flies. Really? That's incredible, that. Yeah, it is Nathan Thompson. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I can't remember who left the comment. Someone left a comment in my, I think it may be my early predictions or my official Championship table predictions, who basically slated me for putting Peterborough in the relegation zone and thinking about, have I completely forgotten about Nathan Thompson? And I was like, to be fair, I don't know too much about him. But yeah, I think Thompson has been good, but unfortunately he's just not been good enough. Frankie Kent, for what I've seen of him, you know, he has been important, but at the same time, he does have his haphazardous side to him. You know, a bit clumsy, I would say. I've seen in Colchester, seen in Peterborough too, which is a shame because I think Peterborough got a promising side. I just don't think they are, you know, the finished article to be a stable Championship team. Oh, this could be free. It is free. It is 3 for Middlesbrough just before half time too. And it's Paddy McNair this time. on the score sheet. This could get ugly for Peterborough very, very quickly. All I'm saying, guys, is that all your comments are going to be in my predictions videos. So any slating of teams is going to get you exposed, is what I'll say. Leeds squad screams championship quality. They overachieved last season and now they're dropping down to reality. I'd say they dropped down to reality a bit, but I wouldn't say it screams championship quality. Yeah, I'd say that's quite harsh. But to be honest, in terms of a realistic position on the adaptation to the Premier League, that's probably where you'd expect Leeds to be, rather than 9th place from what they finished last year. Colchester have remained in the playoffs. Aren't you able to find out how, if they've got promoted by the playoffs following that you're sat now? And Huddersfield screams League One. Oh, well, their best player right now is someone who was a National League player this season, but I won't comment on the manager either. Gosh, there's such a rivalry with Huddersfield and Leeds, not only from the locality, but they're literally using... Huddersfield are literally being managed by Leeds as sloppy seconds or something, really. He's Leeds born through and through, Carlos Corberán, and now he has to help Huddersfield. God, I can't believe I said that. Don't take that the wrong way. Right, here come Middlesbrough again, looking like that they want even more than the 3 goals they already got. They are ruthless. Driving with Alex. Oh God, imagine if that was a series. Just imagine. If I had friends, then that might be possible, to be honest. Definitely not going to use my university lot at the moment. Definitely not. Right. Can Smolitz get a goal? Colchester Border Muppets. Well, thank goodness I'm not the only one now. Clearly doesn't really have Sorba Thomas number 1 for assists. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not degrading Sorba Thomas whatsoever. I think he's had a brilliant start. You hope they get beat now. I don't blame you, to be fair. They've mistreated you. I would take a playoff place right now with Colchester, to be honest. I really would. You know, I think it was 2 years ago. We were in the playoff semi-final, lost to Exeter. I remember when we won the first leg, and it's 4-0. 65 minutes played. God, is it Sporar again? I mean, if so, then this is definitely an unrealistic outcome. I mean, it'll be a typical championship outcome to have one player play absolutely ridiculously. It is Sporar with his hat-trick. Corberán is a brilliant coach but an awful manager. I think that's pretty much the best way to describe Corberán, to be honest. Oh. That was a bit awkward. I couldn't fit my leg through the chair. Oh. Hey, if there's anything out there that can help me be a bit more energized, please tell me, because I am so tired. There's not been a single day. I'm just always tired, to be honest. Former England international, says Blue Terrier. Yeah, Fraser Campbell. Who did he play for? He played for Hull, I believe. And obviously he left, didn't he? He left Hull. Thanks everyone for supporting this stream, by the way. 16 likes. So we've done all right. We've done all right in terms of a like target. Thank you guys so much. If we get to 20 likes, we'll be appreciative. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please do so. It does really, really make my day when we do hit that subscribe button. So as you can see here, we're on 790 subscribers at the moment. So if you can, please do hit that subscribe button. It does really help. It would really, really be appreciative if we could get it. Oh, there we are. There we are. My camera wasn't showing for a minute, but we're here. So yeah, please do subscribe if you've not done. We're 10 away now to 800. That'd be terrifically appreciated. Right. Come on. There we go. They got knocked out in the semis. Oh, Colchester. Who did they get knocked out to? I bet you it's going to be someone like a Carlisle or a Forest Green. I think. That's what I'm predicting. Same here, always tired. Yeah. I've not been able to go gym either, and I think gym is what I'm going to be needing right now to try and eject the stress I'm under, but I just can't afford it at the moment. I'm in a very tricky situation when it comes to money too. There's been many factors that have really affected my mood, and a lot of them is down not only to money, but it's down to the lack of friendship too, the work from uni too, the performance of the channel. There's a load of things really, to be honest. You know, I'm not going to sit there and bore you guys. And that's 5. That is 5 goals for Middlesbrough at 88th minute. What a backflip that was. I believe that's Tavernier with the goal with the haircut, maybe. He's only back there being decent for us as a goal scorer, is a good workhouse. I mean, I think you'd much rather be a workhouse than a goal scorer. Look at Bamford, for instance. You know, I'd say Bamford should score more goals. Oh, it's on Hernandez, my mistake. I definitely say Bamford should score more goals, but his work off the ball is second to none, and it's impressive. Goodness me, 5-0 between Middlesbrough and Peterborough. That would be ringing alarm bells for Peterborough if we're going to see a result like that. Middlesbrough scoring 5, we hardly ever see that as well. But it is 5-0. I think that's the first 5-0 in the stream ever. We've got Millwall going up against Luton. Fair play to FIFA 22. It's doing some pretty interesting and unique results there. So I'll give them that. Tyrese James's brother from Rangers. Yeah. I think, yeah, they've got a similar surname, haven't they? Yeah, of course they do. Well, they've got the same one. Yeah, but it was not Tavernier. It was Hernandez who scored that goal, actually. Problem is with Jack and Carl, and I'll go back to them, I don't think they have any idea that I'm not, you know, in a good frame of mind with them being around at the moment. I genuinely think that they're thinking that I'm taking this like a joke, but I really am not, to be honest. Oh, what a save. Brilliant save by Sluga there. Sarkic and I'm guessing that's Ian Anderson and Simon have the same amount of clean sheets so far. How many clean sheets does Sarkic have? Sarkic has 4, I think. I'm not going to be able to know, to be honest. I'll need to research my own time. I'm making it sound like an issue, but the problem of the matter is that I just don't think they are very aware. There has been a difficult moment I've had with them before, and it sounded like we resolved it. Oh, brilliant save again, this time by Sarkic. And we have resolved it before, but this one seems a little bit more like that they've... Well, no, they're not given that. Well, I could argue with that. But, like, if I were to walk away from them, that they wouldn't care. You know, and at the same point, whilst that will be a tough pill for me to swallow, I might have to accept that at this rate. Johnston's the best even goalkeeper, 100% clean sheet rate. Yeah, definitely. Assist as well. Assist as well from Sam Johnson too. I might quickly put a light on, actually. It's getting a little bit dark in the moment, and that's what happens with autumn weather. Thank you, October weather. Light on. Should be much better now. There we go. Look at me. God, I've not looked at the TV once today. That's the crazy thing, managing to have your own capture card now down there and talking to you via Streamlabs, which I think is, you know, the way forward these days. Huddersfield are similarly with the worst manager in the league. Clearly, our squad is quality. I just think, you know, when done right, I think Huddersfield do have potential. Oh, you met Simon Sluga and Sarkic. 5 senior Twitter Championship Chat podcasts. Ah, fair enough. So yeah, they both got the same amount of clean sheets. Gosh, that's crazy. Luton keeping the same amount of clean sheets as Birmingham. I was close. I thought it was 4. Turns out it was 5. Maybe there was one too many 0-0 draws I didn't consider there. There's definitely a couple of games I remembered. Birmingham keeping a good clean sheet, but yeah, a couple of them were 0-0 draws, and yeah, they had two. They had Stoke and Preston 0-0 draws, so yeah, that would count as two. I wouldn't say. I think Corvan really does remind me a lot of Arteta. That there'll be some days where he'll pull off a masterclass, and there'll be other days where you would have no idea what his intentions are and what he's doing, to be honest. So it's really just down to your standards, really, and do you want to persevere with those standards? Your standards cannot be tip-top, but at the same time, you may continue to defy standards as well. It's a very tricky one to place your finger on whether you want standards. It might not be sort of like the situation you want to be if you don't want to be like a complacent team. But at the same time, given time, that's why it's difficult to set those standards on those managers. So still 0-0 between Millwall and Luton. I won't lie, that's probably going to be a similar result, I will be thinking. Right, half-time whistle, 0-0. We've not seen too many half-time 0-0s at the moment. Which, to be fair play to FIFA 22 for actually getting some various results here. His football was very effective in youth football. Our B team scored 6 goals in one half against Watford. Yeah, I think definitely, when you've got pacey players, it works. But I think definitely against more mature teams, when they've got experience in defending fast breaks and stuff, you've got to be a lot more, not complacent, that's not the right word, but just a lot more patient when you play as well. Mentality's got to be right up there too. Ajax are a good side. They have Sebastian Haller, don't they? He scored plenty in the Champions League. I think it was his first I think he scored his first couple of Champions League goals when we played. When Chelsea played Zenit. I can't remember who Ajax were playing. It may have been Besiktas, maybe. I can't remember who they were playing. But anyway, Ajax had a fantastic performance, and yeah, he's definitely been up there in terms of Ajax's performances, and fair play to him because he's someone that had promise at West Ham, but I just do think was underutilised near the end of the season. Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning, guys. I'm always tired. Got my hair's a mess as well. I'm literally freezing. Why am I so cold as well? I am tired and cold. That can't be a good sign. Oh, brilliant save by Bilkowski. Luton still keeping the play alive. I think Luton being the most dangerous side at the moment. Millwall can't really afford to lose in this game. I mean, they've been very stubborn, Millwall. They've not lost many games this season. You're going to challenge me to something? Well, you can go for it. I mean, whether I accept, we'll see. Brilliant save again from Bilkowski. So another corner coming in from Luton. It's cleared. Ooh. Oh, so sorry. Right. Mill will try and break, but Luton defend well. Name every Championship stadium in alphabetical order. Oof, that's going to be a challenge. I'll definitely give it a go. One thing I'm going to say right now... Oh, yeah, that's definitely offside. One thing I'll say right now, and I'm going to go back on Jack and Carl a little bit, because I don't want to make them out as completely ruthless. Well, they are ruthless, but as completely horrible people, really. I just generally do not think they have any idea how their actions are making me feel at the moment. And if anything, if any of you were to actually refer my comments from my stream to them, they probably would feel a bit more, I don't know, aware but at the same time, you know, I've been completely silent off them for a good week now. Normally we have a meeting tonight, and if I don't attend it, I think that will be the time where they feel something's not right. So, I mean, I don't know at this point. Right, let me do this challenge. So, Championship Stadium in alphabetical order. Does it have to be strictly Oh, I'm going to have to try and do it in alphabetical order. I think first will be Ashton Gate, then Bristol Cities. Any more beginning with A? I don't think so. Right. Got to have to think for one begins with B. So we've got Bet365 Stadium, Bloomfield Road, Bramall Lane. I'm sure there's other ones beginning with B, but I've missed out. Okay. When I say the den, is that going to count as a D word or a T word for like the? Because it's actually called the den, so I might put it down as a T word, to be honest. Okay. End matches draw. What's next? I can't even remember what match is next. Do forgive me. Forest Blackpool. Right, Lequan, if you've stayed on to this stream, this is the moment. This is the moment when Nottingham Forest play. They play against Blackpool. There we go. I'm going to put him there, wake it, I think. There we go. I'll try, Charlie, but you've seen me. I can't relax in certain scenarios, you know? So, it's hard to relax when you've got a very crucial year like this one. That's all I'm going to say. Right, if I'm going to continue doing this stadium challenge, I've got to think of more stadiums beginning with B. Oh, I can't even think if I've missed any out. I'm just literally trying to think of all the stadiums in my head right now. I said Bloomfield Road, didn't I? I think so. Yeah, I think I said Bloomfield Road there. I've got to think of the new stadium names as well. Reading's got the Leasing.com Stadium. Swansea got the Swansea.com Stadium. Hull have got the MKM Stadium now. I said Bet365, didn't I? Yeah, thanks for telling me the alphabet, Jack. I truly appreciate that. Just coming back from tea, what's been happening? Wealth. Been revealing a little bit more with the conflict I've got at the moment with my uni mates, but also Charlie, as usual, has set me a challenge to basically name all the championship stadiums in alphabetical order. I think I've done all the A and B stadiums now. Now I've got to go for C's. Now immediately I can think of the Cardiff City Stadium as probably going to be the first one alphabetically. Other stadiums beginning with a C include Craven Cottage, that's one. Lequan Henry's made it to see Nottingham Forest play. Come on, you Reds, he's saying. City Ground is one. And don't know if that's going to be alphabetical order though. Hopefully it is. I'm trying to think if there's any others beginning with C. I might have actually named them in alphabetical order this time. I can already think of a couple beginning with D, but I'm just trying to think if I've missed any out. I don't think I have. I really don't think I have, actually. Yeah, I think Cardiff City Stadium, Craven Cottage and City Ground are the three. If I'm going to think of ones beginning with D, well, we've got Deepdale, of course, for Preston. I'm sure there's more. Surely there's more than that. Maybe there's not. Maybe that's the only one beginning with D. I might say the Den. If it counts, maybe. E, well, I can already think of E with Park, but that might be the only one beginning with E there. So, F. Oh, we got a goal! We got a goal for Blackpool. They've scored the first goal in this simulation. I think, yes, it is. I thought that was Shane Lavery, based on the number. Shane Lavery continuing his goal scoring form for Blackpool. Not an ideal start for Steve Cooper, Forrest and Laquan Henry, because Lavery scores. It's pretty poor defending, but Lavery would not miss from there based on the form he's on at the moment. Okay, I'm just trying to think of the stadiums I've all said. So E, F, G, H, Hawthorns, or the Hawthorns, that would count. I'm not counting Coventry Stadium as Coventry Arena thing, I'm counting it as Rico, by the way, that's why I've not said them yet. H, I, J, K. Oh, Kenilworth Road is one. And Kyron Prince Foundation Stadium for QPR. God, I've really got to be careful not to miss anyone out here. I've definitely not said Bournemouth one yet. That one's going to be near last. Cross comes in. Header. Oh, what a save by Brice Samba. Could have been even worse. Could have been even worse by Forest. What a save. Header again. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Oh, Forest have gone away with it. They really should be 2 down, Forest. But they survive. Will Blackpool regret missing those 2 chances there, back to back? L would be leasing.com stadium. Oh, yes. Oh, I completely forgot about Huddersfield. Yeah, J. I skipped to J and then pretty much jumped straight to K. Yeah, John Smith Stadium. You're completely right. Well, I've already failed. I've completely missed out Huddersfield's John Smith Stadium. Yes, I can only say sorry on that. Yeah. Okay. I've lost my train of thought. So, leasing.com stadium for Reading now. Then LM, that will be MKM Stadium now for Hull. Then NO Oakwell. Nearly missed them out there, but yeah, Oakwell will be there. P, Pride Park. Any more? I said Bramwell Lane already. I said Bet365 Stadium already. I said the Den. I said, oh, we've got an not an equalising goal. What am I saying? It's a second goal for Blackpool. I think it may be Lavery again with the goal, and it doesn't look like that Forest can get back from this now. It's a really, really nice goal, but it looks like they won't go back from this. It's a good bit of play. Lavery just gets in behind that defence and does the rest. 2-0 to Blackpool. This will be a big win for the Seasiders. Yeah, I think I said nearly everyone. So PQR, Rico Arena. S, St Andrews. Also Swansea .com or whatever they're called their stadium now. You know, it used to be Liberty but not anymore. Another good save by Brice Samba again. Then you go to Bournemouth Vitality Stadium, and then ending it with Peterborough's Western Home Stadium. Assuming I've not missed anyone out, that's every Championship stadium in alphabetical order, I believe. Right, gosh, is this me or has this game actually gone on a little bit? Ooh, alright, we're going to see Blackpool break here. What a break this is! Oh, nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. Looks like Warwick just got there in time. One misplaced pass and the break was ruined. That would have been a stunning counter-attacking goal if they pulled this off. Let's see if Forest get at least one goal back. I think they definitely need one. Oh, this could be it. Off the post! I nearly called it as well. This was nearly the moment that Forest got one back. Oh, this poor Forest side. I've jinxed them. I've completely jinxed them. Blackpool just looking very creative with their passing at the moment. Somewhat representing real life, but at the same time, what do you think Huddersfield will finish? I'll go 14th. I mean, I predicted in my updated predictions that they'll be 13th, so very similar predictions. So I'd probably say that's probably like that's like a non-deluded prediction, I would say, which I think is good on your part. Really is. Once again, not many people commenting on my recent video, but actually quite a few liking the video, so thank you guys so much for that. Here's Tyrese John Jules, saved by Breeze Samba, who thought the son of the Wet Dwarf actor was going to score, but he hasn't. Well, Blackpool being near perfect in this game. They could have even scored 3-4 goals if it wasn't for Breeze Samba's great performance in goal. 21-22 GeoGuessr, that's not a bad shout to be fair. If I've got time at the end of the stream and I want to play a game, I might actually do that. Might do one as we're looking for a couple of games now. Right, the game has ended. It is 2-0 to Blackpool, final result. So now we've got Preston against Derby. That's a huge game. Preston, Derby. Derby really need all the points that they can. They're appealing their 12-point deduction. My thoughts, they'll have their reasons for it, but I think with it being administration, I don't think it will be appealed or overturned unless in extraordinary circumstances. That's all I'm going to say. I'll see if I can get it ready if I've got time. God, I've not been here for so long. It's asking me to log in. I'd hope that they'd remember my account. They've completely updated it as well. What do you mean it does not look like the right email or password? That's definitely the password I've set. Maybe I set a different one. That's not the right... Are you serious? I'll log in with Google then. There we go. Now I'm in. Right. Can I search what games I like to play? Oh. In fact, no, I think you can. I think you can still search. Championship 2021-22 stadiums. Nothing found. Search. What do you mean no results found? Oh, please tell me that there's... If I do football... Premier League football fans. Okay, hang on a minute. Right. Oh! Oh my goodness me! I nearly missed this as I was researching, trying to get to a GeoGuessr game. Oh my gosh! That is one of the most bizarre goals I've ever seen. You bruised my knee doing a lead slide last Friday. Yeah, that's why I don't do them. Sam Bulldog with the goal. What happened here? So, oh my god, he tackles Iverson completely. It goes horribly, horribly wrong. And Sam Bulldog, right place, right time. 1-0 Derby. stadiums. Let me search that and see if there's any more. Okay, so there's 92 plus all English football stadiums, all Scottish and English one, all English stadiums, English football stadiums. National and non-league English football stadiums, that interests me a little bit. 92 football stadiums and 23 from the National League. Can I actually see... can I see any from the Championship? Championship football stadiums. 2017-18 Championship football stadiums. Sky Bet Championship football stadiums, most of them. Okay, when was this? That was February this year, so it's not going to be 21-22. I don't think they've done one for football 21-22, to be honest. I'm just going to have, well, it'll just have to be like a normal one that I've done. And that's if I've got time as well, to be honest. If I had time, it's not me not caring. Well, I do care about this channel, of course I do. But, I don't know, just being dejected, that's it. Right, here come Preston. A slide tackle on wet grass, hard grass and anything like that. Yeah, it's not nice. Not nice doing all these tackles and challenges and, you know, getting your open skin involved in the field. My aim is to collect match-worn shirts, and I'm going for a Championship 1 if I can. Yeah, go for it, definitely. Where do you find Create a Club on FIFA 22? Go to Career Mode, and I believe it's one of the options, like Manager Mode or Create a Club Mode, and then you get one from there, I believe. Because I seem to remember stumbling across it when I was making my Colchester Career Mode yesterday, Dowatch Games. So, if you go to Career Mode, it should be there. And you just go to create your club rather than single player Career Mode. Oh, that was a crack in my back there. That can't be good. So, after Preston Derby, we've got 3 games left. And it's already 6. Blimey, the time goes by quickly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go to Career Mode, it should be the second option to the right. Okay, here come Derby again. But the ball was too heavy there. You remember from the beta. Right, looks like Gatsby's about to leave. You just saw his tail move, and there he goes. We've had a bit of an earthquake now. He's landed. Just got to let him out of my room now. You're very tired. Oh, sorry. I just kicked you by accident. I'm so sorry. I may have accidentally kicked him on the way out. Oh, no remorse for me. No remorse. I only have manager career and player career. That's very bizarre. Maybe it's on manager career. Yeah, you're right, Charlie. Yeah, click on manager career and it should be one of the 2 options. Yeah. Thanks, Charlie. I appreciate that. Because I could show here, but we currently have a pretty intense game going on at the moment. Yeah, I think he's found it. Fantastic work, Charlie. I need to try that, actually. It sounds quite awesome. It's like our actual #United, pretty much. I bet people could even make inspirations to make their own teams from it. Oh, Preston having a slight chance. But it's just wide of the post. Preston definitely going to want an equaliser here, but they're not getting their opportunities at the moment. Thanks everyone for liking the stream. We're 1 like away from 20 likes, which would be a brilliant target and achievement for the stream, so thank you guys so much for that. Just going to lower down the camera a little bit, because I think it is in the way a little bit. unfortunately, when there's a light beaming on it, it can make the quality look a little bit bad. I'm gonna have to have it there, unfortunately. There's not much I could do. I'm gonna adjust my position a little bit. Oh. Just went back to finding school. It's crazy, really, with this it's just the timing of it, really, to be honest. And the thing is, it's really... Oh, that was close, blimey. Yeah, and that's exactly it, really. You know, the thing is, it's just, I completely remember, I mean, you won't know, I mean, I won't tell you her name because it's not fair on her, but there's someone in our group where she reached out, but she insisted that I go on to some, like some club, well, not like clubbing, like party clubbing, but to do some actual social clubs to increase my confidence. But she almost did it in a jokey way as well. You know, at the moment, it's just like, I shouldn't have someone reach me out to try and save me from something which should just be an innocent social time with my mates. That shouldn't happen. And you know, if you followed me throughout my career, really, it's confidence has really not been anything that's even been big on my channel, let alone just socially too. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I take that's what I always take with me, Charlie. Definitely, we've all got each other. I've created this community, and that's one thing I could definitely safely say that I've never thought I could ever do. It's just very oh my goodness me, what a goal! Oh, what a goal! I'm so upset I skipped it. Oh my god, let's see this again. My goodness me. Wow, that went from 0 from 100. What a strike. I believe, was that Josriak or Tom Lawrence? What a strike. It was Tom Lawrence with that goal. What a strike. We've had some stunning goals. Stunning goals is, in this simulation. That's one thing we can take forward too. Well, yeah, exactly. We definitely have that. It's just really... It's just not the most ideal time to have those issues with me because it is my final year and they are a very important part in terms of getting my degree over the line. You need as many supportive people as you can to get you through this because it is difficult. Anyone that does a degree on their own is almost destroying themselves because the amount of dedication and time you need is insane. And when you've got people by your side doing the work with you, time just flies by like that and it feels less of a chore. But how does it make me feel when they ridicule basically when I speak, really, to be honest? You know, what does that do for me when I meet someone new? Like, for instance, there's a new person we've introduced into our group. And once again, I won't name them, you know, because it won't be fair on them. But they were completely nice because actually I was the first one in the group that they met. As soon as they meet the rest of the group, though, oh, what a save! What a save by Kelly Ruse. But as soon as they met the rest of the group, you know, they now know what the point of my existence is to basically make fun of me, pretty much. And if it's supposed for me to try and deal with things like a man, then what I'll say to that is that I'll stand up for it now. Because I've had enough of it. I really have. You know, there's only so much that I could have done. You know, in primary, I always don't like how I didn't stand up for myself. But now is a change. You know, I know and I can look deep down that for what I have achieved, you know, I can actually make a saying for myself now. You know, I don't deserve that. So, if that's what they're building towards, then they're going to get it. That's what they're going to get. That's exactly for certain. Right. God, I'm just mumbling my words now. Right, Reading Barnsley now. I believe that's not the final 3 o'clock game, actually. That's the second to last one. In Creator Club, should I start in League 2? I mean, you do exactly what you want to do, Dalraj. You can try and start League 2 and build your way through the leagues, which actually might be better for you. Or you can start in the Premier League and try and take it by storm. You know, it's really your choice. I've not played a single bit of create your own club, so I don't know what's going to be the best option. You know, if anything, I want to hear your experience of it, you know, because it'll definitely encourage me to play it. I would probably start from League 2. I think it's always the most fun when you go up the leagues. You know, you get a much bigger project too. So, yeah, I mean, that would be what I do, but you do exactly what you want. Another brilliant save. This time, I think, by Smallwood in goal. We've got a corner here. Barnsley with the corner. Man, Barnsley need a win. They really do. Oh! I thought that was in for a moment. I thought Liam Kitchen has just scored one of the goals of the season. But I think it hit the side netting. Oh, it did. It hit the side netting. Oh my gosh, you replace a team in League 2? Well, everyone, you can tell me. Everyone, tell Davoj which team they should replace in League 2. It could be a northern team, a southern team, it could be a Midlands team, any team you like. I've always felt like an outcast in all my groups, never felt I fit in or anyone actually cared, but that's what made me stronger. Yeah, and mentality is important when it comes to this. It really goes down to how you go about it. I mean, I was very lucky that I had people that gave a damn about me in secondary. But I had to fight very hard to actually find these people and actually gain their trust too, really, because a lot of people are really closed off. And I'd say Jack more so than Carl, very closed off from feelings and stuff like that, definitely. Carl's a little bit more, weak's not the right word. Carl's a little bit more understanding. Because, you know, he's been there and done it. You know, oh, we got a goal again. Every time I want to say something serious, no, it's offside. He's offside. I thought it was a goal. I think it was Cole Palmer. He's offside. Stephen Ishall Port Vale. Darragh is going for Carlisle. I mean, the best thing to come out of Carlisle is the surname of a really good R&B singer. That's all I'd say. Stevenage is literally a borough near London, though. I would agree that. And Port Vale's not even the name of a club, isn't it? I don't even know where Port Vale is. Oh, and there we go. We've got an opening goal, and it's gone to Reading. Whilst Barnsley had a goal disallowed, Reading score their goal, and I think it's John Swift. Bit of realism, I should say, from FIFA 21, FIFA 22, I should say, for getting John Swift to score a goal. Great goal. 6 of you watching now. Thank you so much for the support on the stream, by the way. I think definitely we've had more watch hours in this stream than we've had for normal, so thank you guys for this. The only thing we really need to try and approach now is subscribers. We're 210 away from 1,000, 10 away from 800. Is it possible that we can get to 800 as soon as we can? That'd be fantastic. Appreciate it if we can. Rival, if I have gone for Walsall. Yeah, Walsall's a bit of a peculiar club. They've been just trickling down the leagues over the years, really. Northampton. Yeah, they are League 2. I was thinking, are they League 1, League 2? No, they are League 2. They were recently relegated. You remember that advert? I was in the Bolton Carlisle and I was in the Royal Navy. Oh yeah, that's another reference to Carlisle. Yeah, you're right about that. Most people in school are just so antisocial. It's incredibly hard to make conversations. I just think social media is a big part of that too. Social media is almost a human shield for everyone, but it can also be like a fish trap too, depending, you know, how you associate with it. More people that spend hours on social media can be like a human shield and just stare at their screens to not engage in conversations. You know, because in the end of it, people are probably more concerned with things going on at home and, you know, I don't know, people are peculiar. but also it could be a fishing net at the same time for the fact that a lack of misunderstanding, it could get you into all sorts of trouble. You know, for what I know, I mean, China Man saying he's very antisocial. I mean, for what I'll say, I mean, what I see is that a lot of people that I have seen have just made all their bonds and friendship groups like before, you know, like studying all of that starts. So if I've got to be honest, I think the best way to get around with them is to literally engage with them outside of school, which is, I think, sad, because I think school trying to say itself, you know, as a multicultural friendly place, but unfortunately it's just really not seen in that way anymore. It's not really just like there's too much competition. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You try not to speak to too many people. I mean, I'm the same. You know, I wouldn't even care if I'm not the most popular person around. You know, I don't see that as a competition. I mean, some might, but I don't. I don't see it as a competition. All I want is to be with people that I feel make me a better person. And with the people I'm at uni, I don't think they do. I gotta be honest. Only when it comes to work, that's the only benefit I get from them, but that's it, you know. Oof! And it's another goal for Reading. It looks like it's game over for Barnsley. Gosh, who's that goal? That's not Yaku Mate, is it? I mean, if it is, then he shouldn't be on the pitch. He's got like an injury. He's got like half a limb falling off. It might be Deli Bashir, actually. And that'd be more realistic. No, Junior Hoylett. In fact, no, even more realistic. He scored in Reading's last game. Yeah, Yaku Mate and Lucas Jow have got like limbs falling off them at the moment. They need to be on the injury table. Oh, I can smell dinner and it's good. Right, so we've got we've got 2 games left after this one. Gosh, this stream has really gone quite quickly, but yeah, it's been quite touching hearing for what you've had to say, and I really do appreciate it. All I can say is I'm annoyed at myself, for one, for how I've let it get away. Well, a lot of people get away with it for so long. Yeah, Titanic music for Barnsley completely. They're completely falling apart. And another thing I'm annoyed about is how I didn't really use that week as a time to get on with my uni work. I think after this stream, for a good 2, 3, 4 hours, going to be straight for uni work. I think I have to. What dinner can I smell? It smells like pasta with cheese, onion, and what do you call it? Oh, good save. And chorizo. That's what it smells like. I won't lie, fantastic dinner actually. In fact, one of my favourites, I would say, as well. Because they've got shell pasta, I think. I have shell pasta normally for this one, and it's one of my favourite pastas actually, shell pasta. Thank you for 20 likes, by the way. I do appreciate that. I really do. You know, I'm serious. It really does make my day. Thank you guys so much. The only thing that will improve my mood even more is if we get even closer to 800 subscribers. I was about to change to my subscriber count, but Barnsley... looked like they could have a chance. They're giving the ball away there, Reading, very cheaply. But Barnsley looked like they cannot... Barnsley are just not getting any confidence going into the box at the moment. I don't know what happened there with Michael Morrison there, but he managed to recover. So really trying to go forward here. No, it's well defended. So it's so hard to gain access to trust people because I used to hang around with this guy, I won't name him, over years he's become a bit of an idiot. I mean... It's very, I can't explain because it breaks my heart that I'm talking about this in this way, because there have been moments when I found stuff about Jack Ankar that have actually really touched me. Hearing Jack's story in his sixth form to where he is now is almost night and day. His mentality has been insane to get around for what he's done or what he's been through. And with Carl, obviously with him being on this earth for 20 more years longer than me, he's had to go through stuff that I couldn't even dare to wish my worst enemy. But unfortunately, it comes round as like their form of coping is to throw insults my way. And it shouldn't be like, it really shouldn't be like that. If I don't mind getting taken the mick out of, you know, my closest friends even do that to me. But even with them, they know not to, one, go over the top, but two, to also level it out and to try and go for other people as well. Like, I remember I told Carl, you know, have a go at Jack or something. And he's like, I'm too scared of him. Like, how can you be too scared of someone? Mate, you're clearly not scared of me then. And what does that say about me? Maybe I actually am a bit too soft and I persevere a bit too much. So I'm like, no, I will go hard. I definitely will not tolerate it now. You know, definitely not to a level that they did last week in particular. Stoke. Okay, so Sheffield United Stoke is the next game. You try staying away from him, but he's so annoying, he still thinks I'm his friend. I mean, he has something romantic and he comes over to me. Oh. That's really sad, me seeing that. That's really, that's really sad, because it sounds like to me that potentially he's formed a bit of an attachment. Not in, don't use the word attachment in like a really wrong way, but it means that you've been by his side for so long. Basically, it's so difficult to cut people off, especially your enemies too. Alice, if you want to share the pasta, I'll cry myself to sleep. Well, I'll have the pasta in thought of everyone on the stream, because they have made me feel quite a fair bit better. Because thank you guys so much. I do appreciate this chat, I really do. With it being mental well-being month as well, in October as well, I think it's important to have these chats as well. And we are having some astonishing goals. And I feel bad that the chat has kind of taken away from these goals. We're having some incredible goals. I thought it was Sheffield United Stoke, but actually, no, it was Stoke who had scored the goal. Coventry City chance, non-crowd chance. Oh, that's outrageous. They need to do more chants, Darrage games. I agree with that. There's banter, but sometimes it goes way too far. What I find, 1-on-1 is not bad. It's when you're in a group, it's worse, because it naturally feeds off other people too. And what it does, it paints a picture of, especially of someone who's, not completely familiar, that the main idea of this group is taking the mick of one person, unfortunately. And I always overthink. I always don't have this confidence. And what a response that is from Sheffield United. I think that's David McGoldrick with a goal. Bit unrealistic, I would dare say, but it looks like we're going to have a good game on our hands. I think at Bramall Lane, it's definitely, when you walk through the storm, can't agree more. I really can't agree more. I mean, I'm tempted to speak to them later today. I am very tempted to speak to them later today, but the problem is, I think it's going to be better I speak to them individually, to be honest. I really do think so. If I'm almost tempted that I'll go on Discord, but just on another channel, and if they want to speak to me and actually find out what's going on, I'll invite them to. But what they're probably thinking is that, okay, Alex will come crying to us eventually because we need to help him with his uni work. But the thing is, I'm not going to be as easy as that. Because I can hold my own when it comes to my uni work. I can, get the support. I can find other people as well. Especially, if they don't bother to speak to me tonight and I don't mix with them when I have my full uni day tomorrow, they'll know by then there's something wrong. Most of my friends went to a different college, so I really don't meet them often. In the last few years, I made a few more this year. Yeah, definitely. And same here. I mean, pretty much, I say 95% of my friends have gone to university, and of course, all of them have gone to different ones as well, which has reduced the amount of time I've seen them. If anything, it does make, when some of them give me a call or some of them, FaceTime me or whatever, it makes that experience a lot more worth it. Dawaj games, so your board expectations is domestic focused. Is it really? Wow, that's some high expectations for a club that you've barely created. But yeah, I mean, go for it if you've got the ability. And you never walk alone unless I hide your friends for the pasta. Oh my gosh. How has Sheffield United not scored another goal? You do make me laugh, Charlie. You really do. God, speaking about it, I am really hungry right now. It's just gone 6:30. Oh, so we've got this game and we've got the South Wales derby left, basically. These games are seeming a little bit longer for the fact I am now hungry. I have noticed that. Stoke now on the ball. I know someone at my school who seems very similar to Jack, not going to lie. I mean, the only bit of opportunity you got to have a bit of Jack's personality is when you've seen him on Twitch. And even when he's on Twitch, he's a little bit different to what he is on Twitch, for what I say. Well, I can't help if I put you in the mood for pasta. When you go to uni, especially, try and lay off the pasta. That's all I'll say. You know, pot noodles and pasta is pretty much every uni student's diet when they get into a new accommodation. Just try and not ingest too many carbs. It's not going to help your energy. Just take that advice from someone who's been at an experienced uni. I mean, still experiencing uni, technically. I'll be very interested to see if I can ever have like an interview with people, not only that are YouTubers, but people that have been to uni as well, and just to hear their experiences, really, to be honest. You know, especially like recent experiences as well, you know, especially like in the last year or two. You know, especially how they've been affected with COVID too, because pretty much the social time I'm having now at uni was what I probably should have had 3 years worth, but I've only had 6 months of it. Before COVID came in. A lot of people saying, oh, I feel so sorry for you. I'm just like, well, at the same time, the most important thing is a grade. You know, yes, a lot of social time was lost, but at the same time, now I'm discovering maybe it was a bit of a blessing. I didn't have all that social time, to be honest. In your squad, you can edit players' names. Can you? That sounds really cool. You know what? I might actually try Create a Club as a separate YouTube series at some point. Definitely, you know, when the degree is like doing really, really well and I can spend a bit of weeks, you know, away from it, definitely will be a good thing I could do. What do you mean by no Daraj? Is that not possible? Is that possible? Is that not possible? I don't know. Okay, so we've got a corner. Still 1-1 between Sheffield United and Stoke. We did expect this to be a very close game. Another corner to Sheffield United now. Taking it short. It's going to be more successive corners for Sheffield United. Right. Here's McGoldrick. Oh, bit of room. Good save. And it's going to be another corner for Sheffield United. You have, God, that's a 1 billion transfer budget. That's a 1 billion transfer budget with all those zeros. Are you able to edit that? Or do they automatically give that to you? I mean, maybe that budget will be for all facilities rather than just your squad budget. But if it is your squad budget, oh no, it is. You know, you said transfer budget for £1 billion. God, they do want short term. They do want quick success. Lexus cookbook coming to a store near you. Oh, there's more chance of me being a tight walker than being a cookbook writer. Because you did a financial takeover. Oh yeah, that's true. Potential. Oh, you put that on. You put that budget on. So you put £1 billion as your transfer budget. Well, clearly you put that on. If you can afford it, then you know you can have an overhaul for all the players. I mean, financial fair play doesn't exist in FIFA, doesn't it? God, could you imagine if financial fair play existed in FIFA? Like, that would be completely taking the fun out of FIFA, wouldn't it? That would completely be taking the fun out of FIFA. if financial fair play was a thing. Imagine if you could only spend 20 million, you know, for every championship club. That'd be... I'd be so against that, actually. It's almost a bit similar when they put price ranges, or they introduced price ranges onto Ultimate Team. God, I remember when everyone was outraged. That was 6 years ago as well. Jesus Christ. Oh, years are going on too quickly. Yeah, I remember the outrage when price ranges were introduced in FIFA Ultimate Team. Yeah, that wasn't very popular. Chance for Sheffield United is a miss in the 82nd minute. Goodness me. Pick my favourite breakfast, lunch and dinner. Oh, breakfast will have to be a full English breakfast. Lunch, I don't know about lunch. I don't really like lunch that much, to be honest. If I had to pick, maybe it actually would be oxtail soup with crusty bread, actually. Something, you know, I don't really eat that much for lunch. I've got to be honest. I don't really eat a lot for lunch. So, yeah, I'm your traditional, you know, go big on breakfast and dinner and go light on the lunch kind of guy. And then dinner, if I were to go like fancy, I'd go for like a fillet steak or something with chips and stuff. But if I would want to be just basic, it would either be pizza or it'd be a chili con carne. You needed your commentary career mode. Yeah, I mean, I did ask on my Discord if you guys wanted to see me do a championship career mode, but it seemed more of you were down for me to do a Road to Glory like career mode like I did last year. So I'm doing that with Colchester. Alright, that's the penultimate game. 1-1 between Sheffield United and Stoke. Finally, we've got the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who are at home. Swansea against Cardiff. That's a huge game for both of these sides. Both would find their managers under pressure if they don't win this game. Calamari and chips, says Charlie Brown, laughing face. I mean, calamari's not bad, actually. Calamari's not a bad thing to have, to be fair, but I'm always a steak and chips kind of guy. Right, come on, skip all of that. Honestly, sooner I get this stream done, sooner I can have dinner. Come on. Thanks for all of you supporting the stream. I do appreciate it. I don't have breakfast, but eat a few things in the afternoon. I mean, actually, what I will say, when I went through my really bad phase last year, when my routine was just completely screwed, I didn't have breakfast for a good 2 weeks. And most of those days of the week, I would have either 2 meals or actually only one thing I've eaten all week. It really was me out of control. You know, well, I wouldn't say out of control, me losing control of my well-being. And it's gone to a bit of a similar fate right now. It always happens when I'm either missing my close friends or when I'm having a real low or lull in confidence. Both of those things cause all of this to happen, and unfortunately, both of those things are occurring, and when both these things happen, it's difficult to get around it. And we've got a goal. Swansea have taken the lead. I literally blinked and I missed it. It's a fantastic goal by Obafemi, but it's offside. Wow. I thought it was a goal. That's very tight, that. As is a very naughty... You know what? I wouldn't even actually... I think everyone could safely say that that they've been offered the plant in one way or another. And I have, actually. I have been offered it, but... At both times, I just never felt it was worth my time, really. Oh, off the crossbar! Cardiff nearly opened the scoring there. Charlie, if I actually had more confidence, I probably would have made myself hospitalised on it, to be honest. But no, I never tried it. And don't know if I will, to be honest. I mean, I know my friends who do have it, so... Maybe one day, but definitely not at this stage. I'm definitely not in the right frame of mind to do so. God, that was... So we've had a goal disallowed from Swansea and Cardiff hitting the crossbar. How much am I going to have to edit, you know, in my thing, you know, coming up soon? Score predictions video, that's it. Almost forgot what it was. Is my dad nearly Carl's age? Oh, my dad is way older than Carl. Way older than Carl. You know, Carl was born, I would dare say, nearly 2 generations behind my dad. Oh! Very close again. From Cardiff. I couldn't tell who that was, actually. No, but yeah, Carl's a good 20 odd years younger than my dad. Yeah, in fact, actually, it's nearly bang on 20 years, and Carl is younger than my dad. Oh my god. Yeah, my dad's about to reach a birthday milestone next year, actually, which is crazy. So, and my mum will be reaching a similar milestone the year after that. God, I can't actually think that's something more sad when you see your parents' age. That's actually something really, really sad. Yeah. God, that's maybe quite emotional thinking about that. Am I the oldest in the fam? Well, and my siblings, yes, I am the oldest by 3 years. So 21. Middle one, turning 18 next month. You know, he'll be one, you know, who can be introduced into the drink next month. And my youngest is 13, going on 17, because he moans about everything. They've just put down 60 question mark. He might be reaching that age. He won't like me telling you this, but yeah, he's nearly at that age. Yeah, that's all I'd say. Okay, that's the halftime whistle. So we've only got 45 minutes of FIFA gameplay, and that will be the end of the first FIFA 22 Reacts. I hope you've enjoyed it, by the way. I gotta say, I've enjoyed the games FIFA's been playing out. A bit of a different variety of games. A bit more entertaining, I would dare say, as well. But what I will say, it's been a good stream of conversation. Your dad's hitting 40? Blimey. It's put into perspective how old my parents were when they had me. Oh my goodness me, that's crazy. That is mad. Your dad is younger than my mum. Just to put you in perspective there. Right, here's a chance. Oh, off the post again. Both sides have hit the woodwork. How we've not got a goal in this game, I have no idea. I mean, I know I'm a good 6 years older than you, Honeygun. But damn, yeah, that's actually made me realise, you know, how old my parents were. God, the South Wales derby living up to its expectations. Not a game with goals, but a game with some close chances, and we've definitely had a couple of those. I'm surprised we've not had a goal already, to be honest. Good defending by Swansea there, which we don't see that often under Russell Martin, but we'll see it this time. To put the subscriber thing up, we are on... Alright, that was the GeoGuessr thing I tried to find. We are on... Oh, I don't want to go here. There we go, there we go. Right here. So, 790 subscribers we are on. Let's try and push to 800 if we can. That'd be really appreciative. I really would appreciate that, guys. You know, because right now, in fact, what I might do quickly, I'll show you a couple of stats going on into the YouTube scene. So, let me show you the dashboard, actually. Let's actually wait for this chance to go away. No, it's well defended by Cardiff. No, I think they have defended it well. So, let's show you some statistics, guys. So, this is an exclusive. So, as you can see, my latest video actually is doing pretty well with views so far. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. Thank you guys so much. But 790, but look, this is what I want to put into perspective. 15 in 25 days, or 28 days actually I should say, which is nearly 1 sub gained per 2 days. Now to put in perspective, when we had our brilliant growth, that was 50 every 28 days, where we had 2 a day. So that has decreased dramatically. Oh my goodness me! Cardiff nearly scored. I thought you were about to miss a goal. Oh my gosh, Cardiff nearly scored. Kiefer Moore should have scored, but they blew it. But this is just telling you guys how much it's been struggling in the past, I say pretty much month now. You know, since I gained 750 actually, pretty much from there it's gone and it's stopped its growth now. Pretty much from 600 we had a really good growth. Gained 150 in the process in the space of around 45 days, which is amazing. But then all of a sudden hits 750 and then it's just gone downhill again, you know, and that's what's happened with these channels. They go in peaks and troughs. You know, it's difficult to keep this momentum going. It really is tricky, and the algorithm would either go for or against you there. Oh, brilliant bit of play by Swansea, but a brilliant save. This might just be a 0-0 draw and not a good day for either Welsh team. They both need to win, and it looks like both of them are not going to get it. Short corner taken by Swansea. I could be proven wrong. No, Cardiff defend it well. And that's the final whistle. 0-0 between Swansea and Cardiff. And just like that, guys, the stream ends here. So I hope I've answered everything you've needed to know. If you do have any questions, do let me know. But, well, unfortunately, with the stream being delayed, I'm probably likely not going to see it, sadly. But if there's anything that you do want to ask, you've got to be pretty quick about it, because I think dinner is about to be served to me. So thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I do truly appreciate it. If you've not given the stream a like, please do so. It does really help the channel. Please also do hit that subscribe button if you've not done so, or if you're new around here. All of that really, really helps the channel. Yeah, I'm going to go have dinner. I don't know when I'll upload next. Maybe it might be a fantasy one, or I don't know. I don't know when I'll upload next. But you'll definitely see my score predictions this week. Yeah, just like that, we're done here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of the stream. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon.